because I did mention this in the previous video. We are in New York for the BTS concert, so we are going to do some exploring today. Then we have the concert tomorrow, and we thought it would be fun to bring you guys along. We have a few things on our list today. We want to go to the pop-up shop, the BTS pop-up shop. We want to go to the Line Friends store, and we want to get some Korean food. So those are kind of the three things. And then we have the concert tomorrow. But before we start walking around and seeing stuff, I do want to let you know, if you happen to be new here, my name is Sarah, and this is my husband Jason. And I'm a registered dietitian, and this whole channel is mostly about food and nutrition stuff, but you know, sometimes we do fun stuff like this too. Yeah, I'm also an ARMY, so we're going to talk about BTS. And you know, food, Korean food, it's a type of food. I like food. It goes with the dietitian thing. But no, I'm really excited. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I thought that you guys would like to see not only the concert experience tomorrow, but also see some of our exploring today and see what we can find. So, ready? Let's go. Okay, I think we're almost there, but it has started raining, so we're getting a little wet, but hopefully it will ease up before we actually get there, or at least not break out and we end up totally drenched. But we've passed a lot of armies coming past us this direction. So, oh, it's over there. We're here, and so are a lot of other people. How fun! Alright, so we got our stuff. It's in our bag. People are lined up out here to get in because I guess they're at max capacity. But I will show you everything that we got when we get back for tonight. But now we're going to go and do some more exploring. Food now, and Jason's already eating, but I'll show you. We did a buffet so we could get a lot of different stuff. So yeah, so that's Jason's, which I think we got a lot of the same stuff, maybe a little bit different. Like I didn't get the steamed egg.
Some stuff in there.
What I really love is the cucumbers, the spicy cucumbers. So now that you've eaten some, is anything standing out to you?
This vegetable pancake onion thing, that's been pretty solid.
How is that? I got it.
Okay.
You're moving it around.
The spicy cucumbers are delicious.
Yeah, I always like that.
I can't remember what this one was. This is
Is that the pork and oyster sauce?
Maybe so. That's been really good.
That meatball over there is good too.
Yeah, this is actually delicious.
I didn't
but I'm kind of saving that.
I'm kind of regretting it.
I kind of got the steamed egg for fun. Well, how am I feeling per se?
Okay, so plan was to go to the Line Friends store, but the line to get in is insane. So I'll show you. Okay, so this green light right here, that's the store. This is the line. It comes all the way down the block, and then it breaks off and comes around here. excuse me, comes around the corner, around this corner, and it starts again. Hey, Jason. And then it goes and goes. Oh my gosh. Oh, excuse me. And goes. And we're still going. And it ends right here. All right, next day, concert day is here. We're all ready and we are gonna go grab some food before we head over to the stadium. We didn't really have a desire to do all the merch line waiting and all that stuff, but we do wanna get there a little bit early just to kind of get a lay of the land and see what people are doing and all that. So we're gonna get our food, and then after that, next stop will be to head over to the stadium. All right, we made it to the stadium. It's right there. There's lots of people, obviously. Right now, mission number one is to find the Army Bomb Express booth because we need to get an Army Bomb, and I'm not trying to wait in line for all the other merch because we're not really doing that. And so we're hoping that the Express lane will be express. But first, we gotta figure out where it is. Okay, so we made it in here. We got our Army Bomb. We're ready to go. That's what's happening. I'll give you a shot of the whole thing, but I'm really excited. And it's really cool. The weather's good, and we're close to the stage, and it's gonna be starting soon.
prepared this song for you because you have the light to our hearts. Let's go. Okay, Army, you ready? Let's go and jump! Okay, first. Oh, thank you.
여러분이 일도 많으실 텐데 이렇게 저희를 보러 와주셔서 너무 감사드립니다.
Busy night, but thank you guys for coming out tonight.
So it is a few days later now. We are back home, and I wanted to put on a clip of us to, to talk about the concert and our experience. I hope you enjoyed seeing it all together, and a little bit of what our view was like at the concert. But I wanted to tell you about what our experience was like, and we still haven't shown you the merch stuff that we got, so I want to show you that too. But let's talk about concert first. I'm gonna put the bag down for now. Okay, initial thoughts. For me, it was a ton of fun. It was a great experience. Obviously, BTS puts on a great show. I do want to, be totally honest with you and say that while I think the clips that Jason got are great and they look awesome, that was not quite my view because Jason is a lot taller than me. So I'm really short. So a lot of my view was like the back of people's heads, especially that girl with the pink hair because she was standing in front of us.
She was tall too.
Yeah, she was very tall and I'm very short. So there were a lot of times where I was kind of like on my toes or like leaning over trying to like look between people. So I didn't always have a great view because we were on the floor level, so it's just all kind of straight ahead as opposed to being, like stadium seating. But obviously it was still a great time, and I'm really glad that Jason got those clips because, I don't know, it's nice to relive it even as I was editing what you've seen thus far. Yeah, so that's my kind of...
Maybe I should have gotten a clip like lowered it down to like your head level. I'm like, oh, these are all the people that like here with their like headbands on, which make them taller and with more phones and cameras and stuff. Like when I tried to record, I had like the camera kind of like at my head level, so I wasn't like blocking anybody else. Also, I noticed when I recorded you, I tend to watch you in the viewfinder for some reason.
Oh, really? It's because I'm so cute.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Also, thanks to you for like recording all the clips. Jason did all the recording during the concert. He did that the last time we went to the concert too, if you want to catch that vlog. But thank you. You always do a great job. I really appreciate it because it allows me to like totally be immersed and not have to worry about recording clips.
Yeah.
And you do a great job of like getting good bits of stuff. The only thing you did miss was Epiphany. You got all of the solos except
I guess
that.
you could say I didn't miss it.
Right, exactly. Which, you know, Jin is Jason's bias, so you were just so enthralled.
I'm surprised I didn't get a clip of it though. I thought I did.
Yeah, it wasn't there.
I didn't see it on my phone either.
Once I edited the footage, but it's okay because we saw it with our eyeballs.
Well, I think it's nice to record because, like, especially when you're super hyped up for something.
Yeah.
It's very easy to be like in the moment and be like, ah, and then like forget what's happening because it's all kind of jumbled into one big thing. And even some stuff I had forgotten about from the concert, and then like we watch a video of somebody else's experience and be like, oh yeah, that's how it opened up, or you know, they had this video playing or something.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's good too. Like, there's definitely some people I see sometimes who it looks like they're recording the whole concert, and I think it's really important to be like enjoying the moment while you're in it and not just seeing it through your phone. But I also think getting a few clips from your point of view, if you go to a BTS concert, really any concert that you really care about, I think is good too. Because again, it can all kind of get mushed together, and sometimes even during the concert, I would be like, oh, am I soaking in every moment? I feel like I'm forgetting it as it's happening. So I think having the clips is good. And I was really impressed with how different the concert was, because we went to the Love Yourself tour when they came through in the fall, and a lot of the set list is the same with some new stuff thrown in with, you know, Map of the Soul, Persona coming out. But I was really impressed with how much they switched up the stages and, you know, the costuming and all that kind of stuff. Even though we'd seen a lot of that stuff before, it felt new at the same time, which I thought was really impressive because I wasn't really expecting that.
And I didn't realize they were going to do that. So like during J-Hope's first, or during his solo, I was like, you know what, I'll like sit back down here and not be blocking these people behind me and they can see it, because I thought it was going to be the exact same thing. But it wasn't. So
they did try to switch up each of theirs. I would say his was probably the most similar as to what they did before. It was also really cool. Not to always compare it back to the last time we saw them, but the last time we saw them, it was in an arena, so it was a much smaller venue, you know, 20,000 people about, as opposed to 60,000 at Metlife.
Does that mean?
So, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, 50 to 60, something along those lines.
Sure.
So,
yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so it was different seeing it with that many people, but also I thought the energy was totally different. I was really kind of disappointed in the energy of the crowd when we saw them at the Prudential Center, and I saw other people online when we'd gone to that concert saying like, why was it so dead? Because even I was like trying to dance and the people around me, I felt like we're just standing there, but at this concert, the energy was what I had expected. Everyone was having a great time, everyone was dancing, everyone just felt super pumped, and I think that is maybe one of the biggest points of like why you should try to go to a BTS concert if you can. Obviously, it's great to be in the same place as the boys and see them and like see their antics and hear the live performances and see the live performances, but almost equally as valuable, I think, is just being in a place with so many other armies all together, like singing together and chanting together and enjoying the performances together. I think that is
I think
really
people
fun
were
too.
like, there's a lot more people into it, a lot more fan chants. People on us like being really into the various songs, dancing. I guess Army Bombs Pumping looks kind of more magnificent in the big like
with more
arena
people.
setting.
Yeah.
Like, I guess you have some. I haven't seen the video yet. I guess you have some pans of that, like where there's just like, you know, 60,000 pulsating like red and blue lights, or everybody's green at
really
once
cool.
or something. And
the Army Bombs definitely add a whole nother layer to the whole experience too, and they utilize them so well, and the way they're coordinated with the music and with each other and the different colors and everything, like that alone is a really, really important part of the experience, I think.
And you paired yours yourself, no problem.
They have the pairing booths at the concert. If you're going to a concert, they have the pairing booths to help you, but like you don't have to go to that.
Right.
That's just if you have trouble.
It's like a forced out process, right? That's
right,
like,
you just go through it, and
and
I think that maybe the people who like work the venue don't know that. They're like, no, you need to go to the booth to pair, and I was like, we don't need to do that. They're just supposed to be there if it's not working. Right. And so there was this huge line at the pairing booth, and we just like stood to the side and went boop 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 boop. Okay, it's working. Let's go into the concert. Right.
I was with the Android phone and iPhone.
We had a friend who had an iPhone. Theirs paired fine. I have an Android phone, paired fine. So that, you know, if you're having a problem, the booth's there, but you don't have to go there to make it work. Something else that I think is really cool about BTS concerts or any sort of BTS event is that the audience is so diverse. And as you can see, you know, throughout the vlog, even when we were going to like the pop-up store and the Line Friends store and then at the concert, there's such a mix of different people, genders, races, ages, and I think that's really cool because for me at least, I don't know, I feel like it's one of the most diverse groups of people I've ever been a part of. It's a really cool feeling to see how many different people connect with BTS and enjoy their music and their message, and then we all get to share that together at the concert. I think it's really nice.
All these diverse people all singing Korean at the same time is also pretty funny.
yeah. It's really cool to hear everyone singing together too. Yeah. I think another thing to keep in mind with any kind of concert of this size is it can sometimes be a little bit of hard to know if you should be looking at like the real life people on the stage or looking at the big giant monitors to see what's going on. And sometimes it's really obvious. Like if they're really far away from you on the main stage and you're way at the back, like you can't see them. They look like ants. Like look at the monitors. But especially for us when they come on the extended, sometimes
so we were to the side, which I guess you could tell via video. But like, so if we were looking at them close to us, we weren't seeing what was happening like on the screens there. But there's a lot of, like I said, some augmented reality type stuff, as well as some other things where like, you know, RM would do like making a heart shape with this microphone, and like on the screen it'd be RM doing it, and it'd be like a glittery heart that would pop up. So I think there's definitely like a balance of kind of looking at both, but I think seeing the people up close is pretty cool. But it's something to keep in mind for sure.
Yeah, and obviously too, like even no matter how close your seats are, there's certain things like you just can't see everything that's happening all the time. And so sometimes on the screens they're doing close-ups of the different members, like their facial expressions. Another thing is depending on where you're sitting, like if you're really close, you can see like whoever is right in front of you, but you can't necessarily see like all the members moving around, them interacting with each other, how all the different pieces are coming together. So I think, you know, if you're going to a concert, no matter where you're sitting, like there's some pro to being in that spot. There's certain things that you're only going to get in certain spots, certain things you can only really get in other spots. So I think, I guess, just like kind of embracing wherever you are and what that experience is going to be like, and just trying to, you know, balance seeing all the different things.
I think they do a good job too of like, because especially if there's people that aren't close, they do a lot of things where they're singing to the camera or like dancing to the camera, like stuff that you can only see from the camera's perspective. So if you're not looking at the various displays, you might miss out.
Yeah, they do I think that's another thing. I mean, I haven't been to really any other concerts, especially of this size, but they really seem to do a good job of having a lot of different ways to interact with the audience, whether it's the people who are really close to them or people who are a little bit further off or the people who are the farthest away via the monitors, and I think they have a really good balance of all of those different things, and overall they just put on an amazing show. So if you ever get a chance to see BTS in person, highly recommend. It's a really fun time, and just being around with all those other armies too, it's incredible experience. Want to talk about merch now? Okay, merch. Let's talk about the stuff we got. So I did not intend to buy anything at the pop-up. We were just gonna go visit and check it out. And then
we were.
Then we got there, and our plans changed. Also, I just feel like BTS merch, especially in the US, is kind of hard to get. Like, there isn't a lot of official stuff. It's mostly associated with the concerts. When you go to the concerts, the lines for merch are super long, and stuff sells out. And so once we got in there and I saw a couple things I liked, I was like, you know what? We're going for it, because it's
Now's the time.
Now is the time. So, well, I guess first thing from the pop-up, what Jason got that you've seen all throughout the video, is this headband, which it was in a clip too, when I showed what was going on in the pop-up. But it has the BTS logo on the front. It says "Speak Yourself" on the back. They had it in black and red. Jason got the black one.
The red one, did they have something else different?
I think it was identical.
Something about the red I didn't like.
Maybe
no,
this was like contrasty enough?
I think they didn't have the logo on the red one.
I think it did. I think they're the same.
No, I thought there was something.
I have the little pamphlet here. Let's look. Got the pamphlet in the bag.
Okay, I'll look at it. You do your thing.
Okay, so Jason got the headband, which I thought was really cute, and he wore it to the concert, which was quite the man. Oh, you're right. It just says BTS.
Yeah, this says BTS. It's there somewhere.
Yeah, it just says BTS. It doesn't have the, like... You're right.
Yeah, say on the logo. Because I think the logo looks cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Flo.
See if Luna jumps across my lap. Hey, she's off camera right now. Okay, so as far as things, clothing that we got, I got a couple things. So the first thing I got is a shirt. So this, and for sizes, I don't know. I like things a little bit bigger. This was a decision to like medium or large. We went with the large. I figured it's always better to have something if it ended up being too big as opposed to something that's too small. And if it's too big, I can kind of wear it that way. You know what I mean? That kind of style. So on the front, it has the logo just here like that. Then this is what the back looks like. So it's got kind of this swirly thing. Oh, and I did see for the US, on the US Big Hit shop, they're selling the pop-up merch now. So you can order it if you weren't able to go to a pop-up and get it in person. I don't know if it's sold out or if it's going to sell out, but I just saw that that was a thing that's happening. So there's that. I think it's fun.
Yeah, that's a cool shirt.
And I like black and red and white together. So that's the shirt I got. I haven't tried anything on yet, so we'll see.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's all been in the bag, so I wanted to show it in the video.
Good luck with sizing. We got a friend who I think he got a large or medium. He's a tall guy. He's pretty skinny. But
yeah, very slender but very tall.
He put this shirt on, and it was like a belly shirt that came down.
It was like a women's cut, which not like this shirt. I don't think is like a woman's cut. It's I think it's kind of like a just
normal
general t-shirt size. Yeah. So.
But yeah, that's funny.
Because when you, at the pop-up shops, the way they had it is you just like, they had one of each size for each item and then you filled out your order form and then they kind of made your bag for you instead of like getting it off the rack, which I thought was a good strategy because it probably prevented people like fighting over things and like, is this the last one? Or, you know, people get wild when they have something in their hand and they're like, this is mine. Okay, so then I got a hoodie as well. Oh, this looks big, but... No, I think it'll be good. No. Okay. So, this, again, has the logo on the front. It's very similar to the shirt I got. And it has kind of a swirly BTS logo, but I thought this was really pretty. It reminds me of a sunset. It's like sunset colors. And I think it just looks really pretty. So, I like stuff, too, that, like, if you don't know what it is... I feel weird with my arm over my head. I like stuff that if you don't know what it is, if someone just saw me on the street, they'd be like, oh, that's a neat shirt. But, you know, if you know... You know. Sorry, I've been covering your face a little bit.
No, that's fine.
But that's the hoodie.
Looking at Luna here on her laps, which you can't look.
Yeah.
Oh,
here's your tail. Floof, floof, floof. Okay, so.
It's like, I tried getting this bag.
Now Luna's in my way. Okay.
Well, don't look.
So that's what we got at the pop-up store. So the shirt, the hoodie, and then Jason's headband. We did go to the Line Friend store. As you saw, the line around the block was super long. They didn't have a ton of stuff there because people were buying it up. And also, whenever I go there, I'm always trying to think about what do they have in the store that we can't order online. Like, we can get the pillows. They didn't have, I don't think they had any. Or maybe they had a little bit of the pillows.
Oh, they didn't.
But, like, we can get the pillows online. So, I'm not worried about that.
Which I don't know if those are online or not, but I hadn't seen those before.
Yeah.
But also, I wasn't really looking.
But, I wish we could get more shirts and stuff, but the stuff they had wasn't really my taste. Yeah. And the sizing, like I said, stuff was picked over. But I was able, pause that. We also got slap bracelets at the pop-up. You got it when you walked in. So.
How fun. These are just
that's like a throwback.
I did that for like the first 3 hours I had it. Just kind of slap it on every once in a while.
It's like being a kid again. But we were able, back to the Line Friend store, we were able to get something. And this was something actually that I really wanted. They are the BT21 pen and highlighter sets. These were added to the website, I don't know, a little while back. And I thought about them, and then they sold out, and I was like, oh! And they weren't selling them where you could order them from the Amazon store or whatever. They weren't getting restocked. But they had, like, a couple left on a shelf. So I snagged these. So this one is the highlighter, this one is the pens. But I think these will be really fun for my note-taking, especially because I am self-studying Korean. So I have like notebooks and I like use different highlighters and pens and colors and stuff. It helps me, it makes it pretty and fun, but it also helps me remember, I think. It makes it easy to see things when I'm reviewing my Korean notes. So these will be able to use for that. And I love that they come with these little like plastic cases. So they're also good if you like are traveling with them or want to take them somewhere. So I thought those were really fun too. Also, if you came here because of the BTS stuff, but you also are interested in food and healthy eating and nutrition and all that kind of stuff, that is what this channel is normally about most of the time. So if you're an ARMY and you're into yummy food, then subscribe, hang around, watch some videos. I think you'll like it here. We have a good time. It's fun. And if you just came for BTS and that's it, then that's cool too. I hope that you like seeing a little bit of a peek at what our concert experience was like and what our view was like and all that kind of stuff. And whether you get to go see BTS in person or not, I hope you liked seeing a little bit of Metlife Day 1 for the Speak Yourself tour. But with that said, I think we're done. It was really fun to get to re-experience the concert ourselves, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey Purple You!